That's right. Welcome in, everybody, on a Wednesday after Super Bowl 60, which means we are inching closer to talking about free agency, combine, draft. But we also need to put a cap on the coaching cycle that just happened to us, because that was a crazy January. Jamie, Manti, Mike G, and Kyle. Mike G, real quick, I want to put you on the spot. Giants just made a new hire this morning, just so we understand how all the coordinators work. What's going on with Harbaugh in New York?
Brian Callahan, the former head coach of the Tennessee Titans, now going to be the quarterback's coach, according to Ian Rapoport. And your boy right here, I told Ian to jump on. I said, jump on the air in your jammies. He said, no, I'm out of my jammies. Prove it, Rapoport. You got 2 minutes to get in front of your camera. A lot of experience on this coaching staff right now. A lot of former play-calling head coach and offensive coordinator experience. You've got Greg Roman on staff. You've got Brian Callahan. Matt Nagy is the offensive coordinator, twice an offensive coordinator, and a play-calling head coach, as well as Tim Kelly, who's been an offensive coordinator 2 times as well. So you've got tremendous experience at the head coach position. Also, all these assistants for Jackson Dart. Got to be loving life if you're that young fella today.
Caught my eye just because Brian Callahan goes to New York and Brian Dable is now in Tennessee, but he's the offensive play caller for Robert Saleh, which is one of the 10 new head coaches around the league. So let's talk about this now. There were 10 spots and now there are none. Here they are. New faces in new places. I hate that phrase, but it actually applies in this spot. Some actual rookie head coaches and others, we've seen them before. For example, Mike McCarthy, he returns to his proverbial home in Pittsburgh, coaching the Steelers now. Guys, Manti, first question, which new head coach to you is most intriguing?
Well, when I look at that bottom right part of that graph and I see Mike McCarthy over there going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's the most intriguing hire to me. With Mike McCarthy, you have a track record, right? He's been a head coach at multiple places. He's had some good years. He's had some bad years. But then the question is Aaron Rodgers going to get back there? And, you know, him and Aaron Rodgers have a history. Like, how is that dynamic going to work? So when I look at Mike McCarthy going to Pittsburgh, he is from Pittsburgh. I know that means something special to him, as it would to me. But when you're sitting in front of that locker room, it's another head coach that has the experience that I think when you put in front of a T.J. Watt and all of those guys that have played a lot of football, there is a level of respect and admiration there. But I also think that there was an opportunity to bring in somebody who has an unknown track record that could bring some excitement to that locker room. So out of all of those hires, Mike G, it's got to be Mike McCarthy to the Pittsburgh Steelers for me.
McCarthy is intriguing because let's see a Steelers offense that can put up some points, right? We could potentially have that, and I do like the idea of a Rodgers reunion. To me, I was out on Rodgers. Now all of a sudden, they pull me back in. Joe Brady, to me, upper left-hand corner, because he's replacing a guy that made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 years. You make that move, and this is not, make the divisional round. Great job in your first year, Joe. No. This is win it all and get there soon. I am fascinated by the Joe Brady hire. Yeah. I think he's going to do a good job. The question is, will he do a great job?
Kyle, you going to go?
Who's next?
You are.
Mike. You know what? I was sitting here thinking about Mike's words. That was a 40-second pregnant pause. What a horrible. I should take a lap.
Your past term, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
You're over.
What, 41 weeks?
Kyle,
we got to get this baby out.
I thought we were throwing to sound or something.
Yeah, I was waiting for the song.
We were waiting for some.
Didn't think that for a second, Jamie.
I love how you said, who's left?
Yeah. I was expecting the cameraman to answer something like that.
Only your name is left.
Well, isn't this kind of appropriate, though? Like,
oh, no.
All right, so I'm going to say Todd Monken.
He's going to make it work.
Oh,
well, isn't it? Because it's like you're kind of waiting around who the Browns going to hire. Does anyone want the job?
I can't stand you, bro.
Does anyone want to answer this question?
I can't stand you, Kyle.
Let's go with Kyle's answer. Why not? I don't want to disparage the Browns or Todd Monken. Listen, it's a heavily weighted job, which with a heavily weighted franchise. This could be cool because he has been around the block and knows offense really well, or it could just be a disaster. We know that. It's Cleveland. They haven't earned the right to hear anything different. Him and Shador. What is the marriage? Him and Dion, what is the marriage? It's an interesting thing. You know, he meets Shador when he gets the job, and they hung it out, and there's this congenial thing where he says, we tried to draft you in Baltimore, and you hear that Shador didn't want to go to Baltimore because he didn't want to back up Lamar, and Shador was in the position in the 5th round being like, don't draft me. It's like, we're in the 5th round, Shador. Like, we're almost done with this thing. Are you sure? It's a strange backstory, and it's a strange thing because it's Cleveland, and most of the stuff they do does not work. Now, I hate to say that, but, like, tell me differently. This was not the guy at the top of anybody's gotta have this guy. He doesn't win the room, but it's not like this scratching WTH kind of hire either. Tenured, pedigreed guy. I just have no idea how this is going to go. Is Shedeur going to start 17 games next year? Is he going to start 3 games? I have no clue what they're going to do in the draft, where they're going to go. What does it say? Not best hire, intriguing hire. And after further delay, I gave you my answer. I can't wait for the second tee up.
Jamie, it's your turn.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's your turn, Jamie.
Nice, Jamie. I like it. Don't play dead air chicken with me. I'll sit here for 60 straight seconds and look at the camera.
Don't play pickle. Don't play
Okay.
Don't play
Manti, then Mike G, then Kyle. Here's the question. Manti, which new head coach do you believe is the best position, has the best position? He's in the best position to succeed. Manti,
I'm all flustered right now, guys. You know who's somebody who won't be flustered is Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, there's a reason why I wore this shirt, this sweater, was because I really think that Kevin Stefanski going to Atlanta, he's set up for success. It's like that the Transformers movie. You know when that old Camaro drives off in that tunnel and then it turns into that new Camaro? Like Stefanski just jumped into a new Camaro. A new Camaro that got horsepower with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. You got a franchise quarterback in Michael Penix. You know, Drake London, Darnell Mooney. They're trying to sign Kyle Pitts back. The O-line is set. The defense is young. They're fast. So you go into a franchise that just hired Matt Ryan, that they're trying to get things right. But then the NFC South, guys, we all know this. It's open. It's wide open, right? So not only just the team you have, the roster you have, but you're also going to a division where you could make a huge impact and the ability to make a huge impact in year one, especially when you're a 2-time Coach of the Year, Mike G. I got to go with Kevin Stefanski.
Yep, I like that one. Let's see who the quarterback is. I'm not ruling out Kirk Cousins' potential return to Atlanta. We'll see about that. For me, it is John Harbaugh. We just talked about the Giants here and the fact that they have added experience to the coaching staff. There's talent on this roster, man. Every time you look at it, when you're talking about Andrew Thomas at left tackle, Brian Burns, one of the Defensive Player of the Year candidates, Abdul Carter, who really came on late in his rookie season, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence up front. I haven't even gotten to the offense yet. And the young, promising quarterback of Jackson Dart, who, again, has to be loving the way that this coaching staff is coming together. And then the Tasmanian Devil of Cam Scadaboo, who should be back healthy and wrecking defenses the way that he did in his rookie year. Plus, you come in and you've got the skins on the wall. This is not what I talked about with Joe Brady. You've got the proven track record of being a coach who's going to compete every single year in and year out. You know the players are going to respond to that. If this Giants team is not in the playoff mix this upcoming season, first of all, I'm going to be very frustrated as a guy who lives in this market and wants competitive football in this market, but also I'll be incredibly shocked.
Back when I used to do radio, I picked up the tradition. I got it. We used to do a thing called dead air chicken, which is like how long could you sit there and have dead air? The problem is in major radio shows, even minor ones, there's a system set in where if there's no sound for long enough, this like alert system kicks in, like a safety net. Yeah, like you can't just sit there and have silence. They pick it up and something happens. So it was always scary.
When I was working at WIP in Philly, WIP Radio, I was a board op, and you'd have, let's say, a remote broadcast, or you'd have a game that was on, so you didn't have to actually sit there at the board. And a commercial break would come, and you'd have carts. Everything was on a cart. It wasn't computerized. And the cart would trip the next one. So you could go to the bathroom, you get yourself maybe 5 commercials and maybe a 3.5-minute break or something. Every time I went to the bathroom was the one time that the cart didn't trip the next one. You'd have dead air, and you're running, back to the control room.
Oh, my. And you're pinching off, and it's just can't stop going once it started. It stings. All right, Mike, that was awesome. Good visual, too.
Yeah.